Just going to give a quick rundown of our runners for the weekend. Firstly, Tiaraha on Friday, 2 runners, Golden Age in race 2, drawn nicely. Probably expected him to win a maiden by now, but the horse is going well. We've kept his work nice and sharp, and if he can have a little bit of luck in running from that inside barrier and have a bit of room to quicken up, I'm sure he's going to be a nice each way chance. Our second runner at Tiaraha on Friday is Witchery. She's a filly that ran very well at Awapuni last start. She's drawn a little bit awkward, but it is a small field. She'll get back, run home, and Opie's got a good record on her, so expect her to be fighting out the finish. Wellington on Saturday, race 2, we've got the highly promising colt Equinox. He's drawn well. He was scratched from Ellerslie last Saturday in the Group 1 16 mistakes due to the wet track. He heads down to Wellington. He's won well down there before, and this is his lead into the Manawatu size produce in 2 weeks' time. The horse is going well, expect him to be a very good chance. Weaponry in race 6, the Wellington Guineas. Unfortunately, he's drawn the outside. He's on the way back to the North Island for a well-deserved break. It's a very strong field. If they didn't get any rain, he'd be a doubtful starter from the outside. It looks to have come up a very strong field with the exciting horse and Dawn Approach in there. Next we have Sasso Cabarro. She's in the Lightning Handicap. She's drawn well. She's down the weights. She won very well for us at her first start since arriving from Australia. That was 3 weeks ago at Otaki. She got back and ran home on the off track there. Any easing in the ground would help her. Not very often you get those 100 raters in that sort of in that Lightning Handicap, but unfortunately it's a pretty strong field. But she's still going to be a nice each way chance. Our last 2 runners at Wellington in the New Zealand Oaks, Group 1, 1.5 miles. Firstly, she's a thinker. Ran very well on the lowland last time, splitting the 2 favourites in Queen of Diamonds and Imelda Mary when finishing second. Unfortunately, she's drawn a very awkward barrier. She'll have to go back, but look for her to be finishing off very strongly with Chris Johnson in the saddle. Our other filly is Savion Blanc. She's drawn well. Michael McNabb rides her. He was pleased with the way that she worked here on Tuesday morning, and she goes into the race in good order. Should get a good run in the race, and hopefully be a really nice each way chance. Got a nice team of horses for Woodville on Sunday. Firstly, Dublin Rose, maiden 1200, drawn barrier 1. Michael McNabb to ride. Trialled well. A little bit of rain down there in the area should help her, and she's a really good each way chance. Race 5, Military Step, drawn well, raced very well at Wairau. He's had 3 weeks between his runs. His work's been nice, and he should appreciate the step up to 1400, be a good each way chance as well. Race 6 is Lord High Spirit. He too has got good form from Wairau, where he sort of got back a little bit, made steady ground. I think the step up to a mile should suit him. His run was probably a little bit better than it looked at Wairau. It was very hard to make ground those 2 days down there. He's going well. He's got to carry 60 kilos, but I think he'll really appreciate the step up to a mile. Race 7, Al Haram, slightly disappointing at Awapuni when he just over-raced. The plan is to sort of ride him back. I'd like to see him finishing off, getting up to 2,000 metres as his next start. And lastly, we have Te Akau Dragon in the last, the mile maiden. His run at Wanganui was okay. Step up to a mile should suit him, and hopefully he's a nice each way chance as well. Probably the best for the weekend, probably look at Equinox at Wellington. He's an exciting 2-year-old that we're looking forward to stepping back out at the races. Hopefully we can see him operate well on a good track on the way to the Manawatu Size Produce Stakes in a couple of weeks' time.